want to be able to use the speed dribble. Okay, so you want to be able to use the speed dribble. Somewhere you're going to push the ball. Our rule at St. Anthony's was baseline to baseline should not be more, should be 4 dribbles or less. We had guys who do it 3. It shouldn't be 6 dribbles, it shouldn't be 5 dribbles, it should at least be 4. So if you guys spread out a little bit, and we're trying to get you the baseline down the other end, you want to catch the ball, you want to be able to push it out, but you want to control it. When you tell kids to do this, they'll take the ball and they'll just throw it someplace. Well, that'd be all right if you ever want to court. You got to be able to control it, get it out to get a head start, and you're pushing the ball out, higher dribble than usual, and chin up. And let's just get to the other end quicker. Ready? Go. Push it. Now, you also find, please correct this with your players, don't let them switch hands. Don't let them switch hands. When you're pushing it, you're going to get there fast. When you push it and then switch hands, you're stopping yourself by doing it. So as they come back down, let's just do it with the left hand. Push it out, but don't switch hands. See if you can get there in 4 dribbles. Ready? Push. Now, obviously, this tells you something when you watch that. You want to push most high school kids to their weak hand. You could just see that there was a lot of flailing with the ball. So what Kobe Bryant, that's a great segue, what Kobe Bryant would do, and let's have 4 or 5 and get going each basket right now. He'd come out his first 5 minutes, every shot he would take, every move he'd make is with his weak hand. So he'd do everything with the weak hand to start. So now, group me here in front. Be dribbling it, be making moves now. Flow runners, jump shots, here's the basket, guys. Shoot at this end. Shoot at that basket. But every shot's with your weak hand. Reverse layups, jump hooks, floaters, offensive rebound baskets, dunks, everything we can. You find out they have no imagination whatsoever with their weak hand. They can only take a couple of basic shots, and hopefully the more they do this, reverse layups, throw it off the backboard, grab it, put it back in. Make some moves in the post. Guys, listen, make some moves in the post off your right shoulder. Okay? Off the right shoulder, into the left-handed shots. Okay, I hold up, guys. Now, come on back there. So they want to film this. Now, we're working on the control dribble. Right? The control dribble. This is what my dribble has to look like. I'm here with the ball, and this arm is always here. I do not play with this arm. I have to have my arm bent at the elbow. It's always here. So in any situation during the game, I'm ready to use this arm to protect the ball, and I'm ready to accept the ball. So if I go from hand to hand here, this hand is always here. My hands get quicker when this hand's ready. But between my leg and my hand, I can protect my dribble. And that ball is, if I want to be a good handler, it's mid-thigh. If I'm a quick dribbler, not a hard dribbler, I'm going to be harder to play against. As good as Kobe is, I love to tell this story. We played against him when he was a senior in Philadelphia. And we're big on taking the player we're playing against and just cutting the head off. We just play against a uniform from the shoulders down. We depersonalize who we're playing against. So we're just playing against a guy who had whatever his number, 33. All right, so playing against 33. So here's his shoulders, here's my head. And when I'm playing against him and I'm guarding him, I'm always playing the cadence, the rhythm of his dribble. So last possession of the half against him, we're down 1 to them. I discipline my 2 best players and I'm playing. And as he's bringing the ball up the court, he's dribbling the ball at the same speed, same cadence. We strip him after 3 dribbles. We steal it. I have a rule, cover the backboard. Cover the backboard. If a teammate can get out on the break, the closest guy runs as hard as he can, because once in your career, it could be a memorable opportunity. Well, Delvon Arrington, who was on my team, was right here on the steal there. He saw it, and he thought, I'm the closest cover backboard. So he runs as hard as he can, he gets to the basket, Kobe tries to block it, he misses the block, My guy rushes his left-handed layup, and this 5'10" guard comes running in, and a foot and a half below the rim, he tips it in left-handed at the buzzer. We go up 1, we go from there, it's up 10 in the beginning of the third quarter, beat them by 15. There's always a play in a game that typifies who your team is. And when you're coaching, if somebody looks at your team, what do they see? What do you want them to see? So we want a team that is going to play extremely hard, and on plays like that, there's going to be, I might run down 50 times in my career, and 49 times I might lay the ball in. But I'm running there just in case my team needs me in that one time. All right, as I'm handling the ball, my chin is always on the rim. I don't want to miss a guy in there while I'm handling. If I miss a guy in the perimeter while I'm handling, that's one thing. But I advance the basketball. When I'm handling the ball, I have to see the bottom of the net and below all the time with my dribble. So when you're doing drills in the gym, handling the ball, that's got to be where the vision is all the time. Your guards get you in trouble in high school when this is where their heads are. Okay? They're not really seeing. You got to see here, peripheral vision, see there. All young guards are trying to make that first pass in the offense, and that's allowing the defense to cheat out. So they're just important basic things before we get started. Guys got to be able to shoot layups to win games with both hands. They've got to be able to stop the jump stop. Great rule Villanova has in practice. Somebody was telling me about watching a fall league game, and a kid from a school close to in Jersey City jumped in the air 5 times in one fall game. Turned it over 5 times in a game that turned out to be a relatively close game. And not one coach on the staff said to him, simply jump stop. You only leave your feet. You only leave your feet to score. Maybe 1 out of 100 times you get up in the air, things close off, and then maybe you have a little layoff. But you get in the lane, if it's open, you go. If not, you come to a jump stop. So you got to practice with the players jump stops. Villanova, if you jump at practice and throw a pass, it's a turnover. And if you want to get the kids to learn how to do it, get film of the kid that played, who's now in the NBA, okay? It was phenomenal. And all of their players jump stop under control, pivoting, shot fakes, shoot with both hands around the basket, so you have an advantage, all right? The Euro step is cool, okay, but the Euro step's way behind the jump stop, way behind the jump stop. And then floaters with both hands. I think right now we want to be able to use, going right, I want to be able to float right. Going left, I want to be able to float left. And I'm big on this. Shoot the floater and leave your hand up. Shoot the floater and leave your hand up. You know what happens a lot in games? Guys wind up whacking your arm because you didn't drop your arm. You know, the older guys are used to now about kicking legs and all that stuff, but something simple as going to the basket. Leave that follow through up, okay? Let the guy whack you there, and you give the opportunity, kids will do that. Shooting form. Your grip, okay, your arc, and your follow through, it has to be there. So you grip of the ball. A very good women's coach in college told me, use the basketball, make the basketball the face. Take your guide hand, make it the ear. When you're shooting the basketball right now, whether you believe it's one hand, one finger in the middle, or 2 fingers in the middle, center it, get the ball on the fingers, and when you shoot the basketball, arc. Jerry West told me most important thing in shooting is arc. Dudes, I wrote that down. I was at a basketball camp like 2 days later at my own camp. They said, what do you want to start with? I said, shoot. And as soon as I got everybody down, everybody know who the logo is? Well, the logo said to me, arc is the most important thing. So grip, arc, and follow through. And for all younger kids teaching right now, make a swan. Make the swan, okay? It's very simple. When you use one word, swan, let them finish. They'll lock the elbow. And then tell them when you're shooting and practicing shooting, don't drop your follow through until the ball hits the ground. Do not drop your follow through until the ball hits the ground. And if you look at your follow through and there was your hand, well, guess where the ball went? Ball went there. If you had that curveball wrist, okay, ball's going there. And you'll start to eventually, hopefully, correct that. All right, triple threat position. The sport is gone from the old jab step, crossover, rocker step. It's a game now of catching, shooting, passing, or driving. Greg Popovich, I could have said this 2 weeks ago, maybe everybody would have listened a little bit more, but now that we lost already, he's too old to be coaching. I don't believe that to be true, but this is what happens in this, what have you done for me lately world ring. Coach Popovich says 0.5. When you catch the ball, drive it, shoot it, or pass the ball in 0.5 seconds. Don't hold it, don't massage it, and unless you're holding it for the last shot of a quarter, you want to catch that ball, and if you have space, you attack space to look for score. All right? So that's our kind of our warm-up. Shooting, let's just get down on the floor, just shoot about 10 laying down on the floor right now. Get down on the floor, lay down, and you shoot the ball. This you players take home to do. Kelly Olynyk is in the NBA. Kelly still shoots 100 of these a day. He signed a contract. Celtics didn't re-sign him. They didn't have enough money. So he had to go down to Florida for $52 million. Okay? And how did he get to $52 million? He's a 6'10" guy who can do what? He can really shoot the ball, and he does this every day. You want that ball off your fingers, grip it by the seams, because you can they can look at their backspin, and they can see that tight spin right now. Make sure it's right back on the hands. Okay, from that, let's get up, guys. And then two guys together. Very simple one. Two guys in together, get partners. And let me just use you two right here. Let me use you two guys. Come on. Let's get opposite each other in the lane. All right, just Herb McGee. Put your feet right on the line, right there. Okay, get right there. Put your hands over your head. Take your two thumbs together and make a goalpost. Okay? No, your thumbs together. Goalpost. This is. Okay, goalpost. Fully extend your arms. Fully extend. All right. Put the ball, shoot it right on his fingertips. Okay? Fully extend your arms. Okay, you guys can careful. Just do it for 1 minute. Good. This is teaching them to shoot straight. Just teaching the ball to shoot straight right now. Get the ball up on the fingers. Now finish high. Finish high. No, we're not throwing a baseball, so still shooting. Get more backspin. More backspin on the ball. Okay, second one now. This is really good for the process and speeding it up. Right now, how about I get you to shoot 3 shots up in the air and catch your own shot back? So shoot straight up. Good. 3 in a row. Okay, and don't have to, you want to be able to get it right back on your hands. You don't want to, you want to be able to control where it's going. Okay, he's got it. All right, here's what we're going to do now. You're going to shoot it. He's going to yell ball. He's going to throw you his ball. You're going to catch his ball. You're going to throw it back to him, and then you're going to catch your ball. Now, what happens immediately now is we speed the shooting process up. Same drill, but once we've captured this with our freshman team, then we move on now and start working on getting that ball up quicker. So now, let's shoot it. You guys can try this. You guys can try it. Now, let's not shoot it 75 feet here. Let's shoot a shot that might be a natural shot. Good. And what happens immediately, we worry about that ball coming. Good. Straight up. Right back in your hands. Right back in your hands. All right, switch. 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 Okay, we got that, guys? All right, now spin outs. Spin outs. Let's use this basket here, okay? And let's have the guys line up on the baseline so we can have, a couple guys here, a couple guys on the other side there. And then we would be doing the same thing. We don't need to use other, let's use about 6 guys here. So maybe 3 there, and let me have 3 more here. All right, now, we're just bound to throw a little bit more. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin the ball. Just hold on. We're going to spin the ball out. We're going to hop and catch the ball. And we're going to practice pivot. So I'm going to stop, jump stop. I'm going to practice left foot, pivot to the basket, pivot away, right foot, pivot to the basket, pivot away. Square up, and I'm working on form shooting to start off a pivot. So you'll throw it to here, and you'll pivot and shoot. You'll throw it to the 45-degree angle here, and you'll shoot. You'll throw it to the corner. Then you'll come back, and you'll throw the next one, and each guy will throw somewhere else. We ought to have 6 shots up in the air in a short period of time, working on pivoting, warming up shooting right now, and let's swear when we turn to shoot, we turn and pivot. Make sure we use our legs to do it. We have to jump. We can't be shooting set shots in the leg. Ready? Toss. Next guy toss. Next guy toss. Catch and shoot. Go get it. Go get it. Toss. Different move. All right, now hold on, guys. Now, what Alan said earlier, people always, I can't begin to tell you how many times somebody has said to me, oh, this is what you do? And I say, well, what should we do now? Should we be just dunking the ball? I have 11 guys that are 6'1" or smaller. They all need to be able to shoot. If we can't shoot in around the basket, we're pivoting right now and doing it quickly, then why would we be trying to do something else? And when you want a correct shooting form, when they're warming up, you walk around, you don't see tight spin. You're responsible for that tight spin. If a kid doesn't have good spin on a shot, a lot of times it's caused by this. The thumb of the guide hand gets the ball as you're shooting, and it either gets the side spin or it turns it into a knuckleball. So it's up to you to watch that stuff and watch shooting. How about writing this down for free throw shooting? When you watch your people shoot free throw, the ball should rotate 3.5 times on the way to the basket. So if you see a kid whose ball is only spinning once, then you know he doesn't have enough touch in his shot right now, right? The release point should be, elbow should be in, and this is where the release point should be. I had a great player named David Rivers, a great high school player, one of the best players to ever play in our area in New Jersey. He started playing as a high school freshman. He was 5'6", and he's playing JV. And college coaches would come to see the JV game. He wasn't ready academically to be a varsity player, so I had him play freshman. I had him play JV. He'd play in a JV game. He'd have 56. They'd take him out with 3 minutes left. This is where he released the ball. He didn't have any strength as high school freshman. And what did we do? We gradually got that elbow up so that by the time he was a senior, the shooting elbow was slightly above the shoulder. And so now with his ability to go like, bah, and then be open, he was unguarded. He was unguarded. But it started with his elbow was in, he had rotation, he had the low point, and we had to work on getting that up. They're all, the shooting, as you talk about everything else, we were a great defensive school, great defensive team. You gotta make shots. If you don't spend your time on breaking the shot down every day, getting the free throw shooting, if your point guard with a great handle isn't a good free throw shooter, and this happens a lot of times in college, they'll put the statistic up, and the point guard will be 67% from the foul line. And now dude's going to shoot twice in a row at the end of the game and shoot free throws. Well, your numbers say who you are. You're going to miss key free throws. Instead, the point guard should be waiting the whole game for the opportunity now to put it all on at the end. Okay, now, let's come out and let's start with, we're going to a little off script. Come on out with you and a partner, one ball, and just roll the other ones away. And this is a really good drill. I want you two to face the three-point line here. Get the other three-point line. You start with the ball. And just having 2 more guys over there. Now, this is the 4-4-4. So I'm going to throw the ball out, and you're going to hold the ball to the count of 4. 1 Mississippi, 2 to count of 4. You're going to protect it while you put pressure on him. However, what does he still have? He's still got line dribble. So you can't be up too much, or you're going to get beat on a straight line drive. So you're going to play him for 4 seconds, trying to mirror and bother the ball. He exposed it, try to knock it out of his hand, go foul. After 4 seconds now, you're going to dribble for 4 seconds. You're going to protect your dribble. You can try to beat him, and then if you don't, if he gets back in position, you can pull it and go in the other direction. But in your head, and this is the hardest thing they get these guys to do. He'll be okay with 4 seconds with the ball. 4, where he's dribbling now, he's going to have no concept. And you have to learn to have that presence when handling the basketball. I got that feel. Larry Bird, last minute of every game as a pro, he mentally used the entire clock. Every time the clock was up, he'd look up there. 47 seconds left. Ball coming down, give me a foul. He'd look back up. 41 seconds. He played the last minute. His head always knew how much time. So you're going to go 4, pressure him, then 4 off the dribble. Then after 4 off the dribble, you're going to pick your dribble up. When he picks the dribble up, then what can you do? You can body up, and he picks it up, you do. So pick the dribble, pick it up. Get the legs up in it. Get the legs up in it now. Take away the legs so he's got to throw the ball thing. So on both sides now, we got two guys here. Let's go top of the circle, you two. And let's put you two in the wing. So, and you know what you find out also? The concept of 4. Watch how crazy this is. 4 seconds in high school games and rebound. Well, one game, we lost to Christian Brothers Academy in New Jersey in under 3 seconds. And this is how we lost the game. This is how much time there is, particularly when you're on the road. We missed the 1-1. The rebound went to the corner. The kid got the ball in the corner, and he weaved it through us to the middle of the court, went down the court, got inside the foul line, and shot a floater. And amazingly, on the road, there was still time on the clock, and we lost. Amazingly. It's like yesterday, Christian Brothers Academy, the whole team was up on the stage, they were dancing, and we gave one of those, like we walked by the storekeeper. I don't know if I was that subtle. I perhaps might have been, what Alan was saying we weren't supposed to do, I perhaps did that. I think they did. All right, so now, let's go 4-4-4, and have the presence of mind to be able to count in your head when you should go. Reason is, give it to your point guard with 8 seconds left. Give it to him. He saves his dribble. He holds it. He gets that count of 4 at home, 3 on the road, and he bounces it. And he starts bouncing it ready. The ball's not going to have to go to anybody else. All right, ready? Go. Get him. You got the ball pressure. All over. Switch. Very good way for them to eliminate straight line drives. Get up and try to get deflections. Ready? Play. Okay, guys, give me, let's get opposite each other with basketballs here. We'll do some dribble warm-up right now. So one guy's got it. Like, let's get 2 here. Foul line. You stay there. Go get the ball. Everybody come out with the ball. We can have 2 guys in the half-court circle. And we want to work on dribble moves in a small area. So we want to come up to each other now. Let's get 2 more guys right in the middle. You guys move down first. 2 guys right here. Who's your partner? Dude, who's this guy's partner? Okay, the other guy's right there. All right, and now, start off by saying what hand we're working on. We're working on right hand. So come up right now, evenly each other with the right hand. Dribble right up so you're slightly separated from your partner. Dribble straight out. Now, get low, low and away. Now, say change hands, and go to the other side. Change! Go right, go right to the other side now. Now, what hand is the ball in now? Left. Now, from Adam, dead even, and then say change on your own. Ready? Go! Change! Quicker. Roll it out again. Right at each other. Shoulder to shoulder, guys. Let the end go. No, left hand. Right out. Go. Right out. Right at him. Dude. Okay, inside change. Change between the legs. Right out. Same side. Walk your same change. Between the legs down the middle, behind the back. What this gets immediately, as soon as you go behind the back, you can eliminate using it most of the game. As soon as you see guys start to go this, where are they going? Yep. They're going sideways. So there might be one guy here who gets coach's green light. David Rivers would double behind the back of the game. He'd come full speed up the sideline. Some dude would come in front of him. He'd go bang, he's still going. Here's the next guy, bang, and he's laying the ball in, and people go, ooh. Then in practice, the next day somebody try it, and the guy's going that way, and the ball is flying. So they do this just like when we pushed it full court left-handed. You can then take that kid and have one of those conversations Alan was talking about, where you come home and say, dude, outlet the ball, don't dribble the ball. Or get in the gym and spend a lot more time with your weak hand because you're scaring me when you're dribbling the ball right now. Okay? And you can have one of those quiet conversations instead of the sarcasm of, what are you doing dribbling the ball? Outlet the ball. Okay, now, let's get half in here in the baseline, and half down here. This is good. Good, very nice. Baseline. Now, this is Rick Majerus dribbling, essential dribbling drill to get guys in the habit of handling a trap coming. So we're going to advance it. I want the first guy, you're okay, you're right guys, it's okay, 6 and 4 is good, 6 and 4 is good, don't worry, don't worry. So you're going to go 2 dribbles up the court. On your second dribble, push it. On the second dribble, here comes a double team. So you're going to pull it, keeping your head up. Because as you're going backwards, you want to see as they're trapping you, and your teammates are moving to open areas, who did you throw it to? So you're going to go up 2, back 2, switch hands. Then you'll be going left-handed, pushing it, here comes the trap, pull it, see everything, and go the other way. So it's up 2, back to righty, up 2, back to lefty, until we get in the lane. When we get in the lane, you got to come to a jump stop in the lane, and you got to make an offensive move, okay? Whatever you use, it's going to be a right-handed shot, left-handed shot, shot fake, step through, fake a pass to the corner, step back and shoot. You're going to use your imagination so that you can get yourself right now a shot.